We come to Ukraine and we invest in this country because we believe in the people. We actually also believe in the reservoirs that exist within this country. What doesn't exist in this country is the capital for Mr. Petrenko to invest in his oil and gas company. So when he stands up here and talks about, I have no money, I feel for the guy. Because right now, this whole entire room has no money. And the reason that he's begging for money is because he wants to develop the reserves of Ukraine. And that's not going to happen with 75% tax. Okay, so go back to the oil price question. 6 months ago, in July, if you had not raised taxes, this would be the best place on earth to invest in. Not in the oil and gas business. I mean, John Graham here with what company are you with? Sirius. They're in Tunisia. They have to have armored cars take them to their fields because they're getting shot at. But it's worth the risk, and you know, what's a guy or two losing his life? That's not a very good joke right now in this room. But we're willing to get shot at, and we're willing to deal with corruption if we can make money. The oil and gas business, you know, you've heard it many, many times before. Oil and gas is not in nice places. We operate in Nigeria. Arawak has operated in some pretty awful places. They've done extremely well for their investors. Ukraine is now one of those bad places to invest in, not because of the war going on in eastern Ukraine. Our employees have all relocated. We've lost our offices. We've lost family members. We've all experienced in this room. We all have family members in eastern Ukraine that have had their lives destroyed. We've lost family members. But this could still be the best place on earth if you had not raised taxes. If you had not raised taxes, there is plenty of oil and gas here in this country. I only need a minute. And if you reduce taxes, the whole point of the tax was to create a revenue stream that's going to go into the state. And this whole room, there's an association that has proven to the ministry that that's just not going to happen. We brought independent experts in to prove that that's not going to happen. You're not going to increase revenues by taxing us into oblivion. You're going to bring in revenues by encouraging us to invest. You want to bring in revenues? Again, you sell naphtha gas. You want to bring in revenues? You drop taxes. We will drill that crap out of this place. You'll have more gas in this country than you know what to do with in like a 3 to 4 year period of time. People talk about the shale boom in the United States. The shale boom's not going to happen here. Everyone just needs to back off on shale. You don't have first of all, the reservoirs, we're not certain that they exist. The equipment and the service aren't here. And Shell and Chevron, have Shell pulled out, or you're just basically taking a pause? But Chevron's out. But you have plenty of oil and gas companies that are here that can bring in equipment that are very willing to drill oil and gas wells here to develop the resources of the country. If you sell naphtha gas, if you sell Granada pieces of gas production, that's billions of dollars that you could potentially raise. I would venture to guess if you sold everything and half of the Energos and a quarter of the pipeline system, that you would have close to the $40 billion that you really need from the IMF. This is your opportunity set. I see you shaking your head. You certainly have at least $20 billion. Nuclear gas production is worth at least $8 billion if you sold the whole thing, because that does not need to exist. That's what you raise, even in this gas environment. You drop taxes. Again, people are drilling here because oil and gas prices are low. Oil prices are low. And we're chasing the margin because that's what we do. We're business people. We're not Ukrainian patriots. We're here to make money. We pay taxes at a 28 to 30% rate. You're going to have more money coming into this country than you would if you tax us at a 55% rate. So again, on the reform standpoint, I truly believe that there are some parliamentarians that want to see reform. You see Olga here, you heard from Victoria earlier. There are other parliamentarians that are reform-oriented. Democracy is very messy. If you want to watch a messy democracy, all you have to do is go to the United States and watch us tear each other's heads apart. You're watching that happen in Ukraine. But what you need more than anything else to have these reforms take place is you need leadership in this country, and you need a strategy. And from an energy standpoint, this country has no leadership whatsoever, and it has no strategy. It makes it up on a daily basis as it goes. And that needs to change. Thank you.